internets, I'm Michael and today is the 3rd of October 2016 and it's time for another Diaries of a Newbie YouTuber. Apologies for the lack of setting up and decent lighting, etc. I've been quite ill over the last week. I'm still not very well, but I don't want to miss a week, so I'm going to make this quick as possible. Let's start with week in review. Obviously I've been ill, I've not really been doing a lot. Sorry. There's one kind of more typical video, the sort of thing I would normally be producing, which was my patchwork review. I managed to get that up and finished off and up. Other than that, all that I was able to get uploaded was live recordings I did from not the weekend just gone, the weekend before. There was the UK tabletop jam hosted by Inside the Box Board Games. Basically it was all content creators gathered together, publishers, designers, media, and there were talks, discussions, etc. So I was recording several of those and I've been gradually putting those up while I've been ill. That's about the limit of what I've been able to do, really. So I think the last one of those will probably go up tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see when it manages to get up. It kind of also depends on when I stop feeling like my head is filled with slime. So yeah, that's week in review. Then let's talk about next we're going to do the Q&A. So the question I had was from Phil, and it was, what role do digital versions of board and card games play? Now, for me personally, I'm not a big fan of digital versions, but I do use a few on my phone when it's games that I can't, other people don't tend to like, I can't play with other people, or I just don't want to be having the faff of the setup of the physical components. However, gaming for me, I much prefer the actual people there, the physical components there. Yes, you can do pass and play, you know, I mean, I'd still kind of play some of those games when you're on a journey, you're in a car. Being able to just pull out a mobile phone and play them is very handy. Now, other than that, there are other applications that I don't really use them for, and I think they definitely are there. I think for people who are in remote areas and don't have people there to physically play with, digital versions are a way in which they can still enjoy board games. So I think there is an importance there that they do exist for that market, especially. But then there are other uses as well. I mean, you might have it that you're creating a game and you can create a version of it on like Tabletop Simulator, etc. And that's much cheaper than producing physical prototypes, so you can send that then for playtesting and get lots of feedback across the world. It's a way of easily distributing and making games accessible to the masses, but personally I still prefer the physical thing. It also can be a useful teaching tool because you can have built-in tutorials, etc. So yeah, that's my thoughts on what role they play. I think there definitely is a role there. As I say, I don't hugely use them except for occasionally when I'm in a situation that I can't really use an actual board game. So that'll do with me being ill. Let's quickly get the figures out the way. Sorry, yeah, so figures. Facebook, we're at 36 weeks, 1,843 likes, so slight, slight growth on last week, but not as well as last week for the amount of growth. Twitter, 39 weeks, 8,122, which is actually down on last week. I think this is maybe the first time, I don't know, maybe we've seen it before, but we definitely don't see it a lot, that we've had an actual decrease in one of the figures, so that's kind of a shame. But obviously I've been ill over the last week. I've not been very active on social media, and I am pretty much non-existent. I spent most of my time sleeping. When I haven't been sleeping, it's been trying to do basic functions. Then YouTube, 41 weeks. The YouTube channel has been going. Subs were up to 2,594, so we're seeing the usual, slow down, plateau after competition. Had a good boost. It was yesterday actually, it just had a boost of like 7 people, which is the entire week's growth basically. I don't know what triggered that, but hey, it's good. Then views, 70,422. Which is over 2,600, so that's really good. 2,600 views in the last week. I've been not really doing anything, so that's good to see. And yeah, hopefully I'll be better soon and can start producing some better content. On a side note, coincidentally, my light actually broke just as I fell ill, so that was kind of a fortuitous in a way, because it could have been the light was broken so I couldn't record and then I fell ill. They've coincided means at least I wasn't able to do recording either way, and so that's good. But I got onto the company who, well, I say me, my wife did it for me. Got onto the company who supplied the lights, and they sent, it was just the bulb when they sent a new bulb, because it shouldn't have gone really. It's only been 4 or 5 months that I've had them. But yeah, they've sent a new one out. That has arrived. I haven't had a chance to test it or anything, but that'll come soon. So yeah, as always, do subscribe, etc. And thanks for watching. No, that's not what I say. Oh god. Yeah, thanks for watching, and bye for now.